Well, how y'all doing today? We are going to play a game called CSI Deadhead. And I'm on an island that um, is in the middle of a lake. This is all palmetto and combined with pine stand. So it's a little bit higher, but boy, it got way flooded. And when you see a big bone, that's the pelvis, basically. Still got flesh on it. Kind of a little dried out. No smell. And I found some really big bones right over maybe 50 yards that way. And I couldn't find anything. And I know the deadhead is immediately to my left. And I barely looked. Big enough bones, I was thinking, gosh, it might be a big hog. It is buck deer. And it's got antlers, but I really haven't looked to see how big yet. So, having gone maybe 10 feet that way and glanced at it. So this is pretty much real deal. And this was an ambush. He got caught by the coyotes. So we're going to go check it out and see what we got. And, you know, when you start finding big bones, start circling. That's what I did over that way. And I was a little frustrated. I was like, man, I must have got to circle a lot because they got a big leg bone and dragged it. You know, coyotes get a little excited. And they dragged it over that way and ripped it to pieces. So then you got big bone there. That's actually a piece of the spine. And I was looking at it there. It's right over there. It looks like a pretty good sized deer too. Maybe a month. So this is the kind of terrain. Now I'm torn up. I went into a rough place. And so this guy, you know, he would have been a late drop if he had made it. Trying to figure out how to get over there. Ooh, it's a buck. It sure is. Goodness gracious, that's a nice deadhead. Let's figure out how I can get over there. And this is kind of what I go through. For all you guys up in Iowa or Saskatchewan, this is what I go through. This is a normal shed hunt for me. If I'm not bleeding, I didn't try hard enough. Boy, that is nice. And he would have been a late drop, and he is a mature buck. Not huge genes, but nice, big, thick. This brushy area has a whole genetic line, if you will, of deer that have these short tines because they can function in here, and the big ones can't. So I found the sheds like that. This is boy, it hadn't been under but maybe a month. Looks like he was going to be a late dropper. What a nice deadhead. And, you know, unfortunately, I live just to the northeast of Houston, Texas. And the floods of Hurricane Harvey have been devastating to the deer population. Part of the problem was of the deer that did not get washed into the lake and drown, a lot of them were concentrated in the high ground, what was there of it, with the predators. So I have found more deadheads than I have ever found in shed hunting. Ever. This will be the 7th deadhead this year for me. And last year I found, I think 5 or 6. Can't remember off the bat. Since the floods of Hurricane Harvey. That would have been late August. Well, there's a nice deadhead for you. Pretty. God, I kind of wish he'd have made it, man. But he didn't make it. But nice deadhead. Boy, he hadn't been gone long at all. Might have a little bit of smell on it. That is a nice deadhead. Not super good genes. And 3. He was a 3-year-old. Now, when I say 3-year-old, and some of you guys on these huge game ranches are like, what do you mean? You look at the diameter of the pedicule right here in a given area. If you are in a place where you are breeding deer, or selectively culling certain deer, and so you're basically building up a genetics, then that's not going to apply on a game ranch. That's probably a 2-year-old on a game ranch, for real, instead of a 3-year-old out here in the quote-unquote real world, where you can't hunt on public land in the county I live on. So it has devastated the deer population, but it sure has made my man cave fill up with deadheads. I appreciate it, universe, I really do. I wish they hadn't got their butts kicked so bad. So this video's got a little long. I'm just going to show you. Look at this pine stand. But there's all of this vines, and there is so much refuse just torn up from the floor up. Very difficult to get in and out. Hard stuff. Got to be in shape. And the summer's coming, and it's humid today, and I'm sucking the water down. And then there was a 15-mile-an-hour wind out on the lake, and I had to kayak paddle into that wind in a sit-on kayak, so I've got a high profile. It was a beast, but the universe has done me right. So thank you. I appreciate y'all very much. All my spirit guides, you prevent me from getting killed or doing something really stupid, or something really stupid that would get me killed. So here we go. There you go, Deadhead. Awesome stuff. So I'll be talking to y'all later. I hope y'all enjoy this. So pretty sun's, it's a little before 6 o'clock. And we're at a relatively low latitude. So the sun will, 8:30 midsummer, whereas way up there in the, you guys up in Alberta and stuff, you're still a little bit chilly, still getting a snow shower here and there. But down here, no, it's getting close to the dangerously hot time period. So it is what it is. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a fine evening. Look at that. Will you look at that? Bye now. Well, y'all, this is the results of my, let's say, about 4-hour shed hunt. And man, I am wiped out, tired. My voice probably sounds like it. And in addition to that wonderful deadhead, I say wonderful, good deadhead, fresh, about a month. I got 2 sheds. Got a 1-year-old right there, kind of grayish color, kind of cool, and they're freshies, fresh drops. And I got a 2-year-old right there. So what I think happened was not all the does got bred, and so the deer that did survive are going to be all late droppers. Because I've been over a bunch of these islands and haven't found much at all. But in other areas where it didn't flood as bad, I have found sheds. So I think I'm going to start finding some more sheds. And unfortunately, some of the deer are at the bottom of the lake, washed down to the dam, or at the bottom, about to get dredged up because they're fixing to dredge the lake. So anyway, there is my day's shed hunt. Not too bad. Best I've had in a long while. So I'm going to go. My destination is off this way. This is Lake Houston. These are channels that go through islands. And this is a rough terrain. Perfectly allowed to be here. But you can be careful. You really need to be careful. A lot of snakes, a lot of venomous snakes. A lot of copperheads, a lot of cottonmouths. There's coral snakes. Haven't seen any one on the islands, but and once the heat comes, you gotta stay hydrated. Watch out for people running your kayak over in their boat and all kinds of things. So I'll be talking to y'all later, and and back through there is some of the roughest terrain. It's a beast. So I'll be talking to y'all later. Y'all have a fine one. I'll show you the lake again. There's the lake. All right, bye now.